Hey guys, welcome to a new video. Today it's a bit different video. I wanted to show you one of the recipes I found recently. It's called Moussaka and it's a Greece recipe. So we're going to start with the ingredients. And while I'll be cooking, also I wanted to share with you one of the stories that happens to me recently, so you can know a little bit about me. First, I'm going to start by showing you all the ingredients. I'm cooking just for one person, so if you want to try this meal for more people, you just need to add more grams. So I'll start with one aubergine, half of an onion, one carrot, one garlic, minced meat, and tomato sauce. I'll start by cutting all the ingredients. And what I wanted to tell you is that this year I have a really big goal. I wanted to qualify for the World Championships, and I was training so hard, and I really believed that I could do it. If you haven't seen my previous videos, this is a really difficult goal, but not impossible, because I already went to a World Championships in 2024. But this year was really challenging because in 2025 I have to undergo 2 surgeries and I wasn't able to train for about 6 months. So this was my main goal for this year. My qualifying championships were at the beginning of the month of March, and I was in a really good shape. I was feeling really good and I really believed that I could do it, but the championships went really good. Not bad, but not as I expected, not the result I wanted. All this month I was really disappointed because it was something really important that I wanted to achieve really hard, and I wanted to prove to myself that I could do this despite the bad year I had last year. But I didn't make the time for 0.2 seconds. Really close, but not the result, so I'm not qualified. And what I wanted to explain you with this story is I understand what was my problem. I always thought that my identity and who I am depends on how well I perform in my sport. And that's why I guess last year I was really bad mentally. I just based my whole identity on how good I perform in sport. I completely lost myself. I didn't know who I was. If I'm not that athlete who competes, if I'm not that athlete who trains hard, so who am I? I didn't think about this last year because I was thinking about recovery really fast and get back to my trainings and start as fast as I can my training schedule. I had only 6 months. I think they're enough because I was really close to get there, just 0.2 seconds from the qualifying time standards. Oh my god, it hurts so bad. It was so close. But I guess it wasn't enough, or maybe I put to myself so much pressure because if I don't get there, then I will lose totally my integrity. It was a really hard month, a lot of reflections, a lot of negative thoughts. I'm not going to lie to you and say no, since the day one I was just looking forward for the next goal, for the next training, competition, whatever. This has to happen to realize that it doesn't define me. How good I perform doesn't define who I am, how far I get. I love doing other things besides sports. The people who are around me are not around me because I'm a really good athlete or I'm a bad athlete. They're around me because of who I am. So maybe it's difficult to connect to that idea of I'm not only my sport, but I'm also a human. This shouldn't define me. what does define me. It's what I do and what I decide to do with all the situations that are happening. I know that achieving something as, for example, qualifying for a World Championships, it's not easy, it's really difficult. But I want you to understand that I came from a really good base and I trained my whole life for this. If you're, for example, starting your fitness journey and you're watching my video, it is super difficult for someone who is not used to train to do something that this person has never done before. I want with this message to tell you that just continue. Goals are difficult, you not always achieve them, but it doesn't mean that it's not worth it. I, for example, demonstrate myself that I can be at the same level as I was before all the surgeries and before not training for so many months, which means that if I'm capable to be in one of my best shapes in about 6 months, what I'm capable to do if I give me more time, I just focus not on big steps but on small steps. It reminds me on something that happened exactly this week, and it's that on our trainings on Tuesdays we're focusing on technique, only technique, the whole training session. It's just a few meters, 20-30 meters maximum. Try to do the best technique as we can. And for example, in my case, we're doing this kind of trainings and exercises for about 1 month, and I wasn't able to do any single set with the technique that my coach wants me to do. And I was really upset and I was really angry, let's say, because it was like I tried to do the perfect technique, I tried to improve and I tried to do all these things, but I don't know why I don't do that when I have to do that. I'm really a perfectionist thing, and it's like I don't know why I can't do that the way I wanted to do, the way in my mind. I knew the theory like 100%. I don't know just how to make it in practice. But yesterday, from all the sets that we made, from all the exercises that we made technically, I was able to do twice perfect. Yesterday I was a little frustrated because I didn't understand like what I did well, so why my coach says that it was like perfect. But thinking about that, I'm able this week to do 2 sets with the perfect technique, when a month ago I wasn't able to do even 1 set. You know what I mean? I'm watching my videos from a month ago and from now, and okay, I'm not doing 100% the perfect technique, but compared to what I was doing a month ago, I'm doing it much more better. And I think I just need something to understand what I have to do physically. You know, I don't know if I explain myself. I'm improving, things are happening, things are working on. Sometimes we just put ourselves a timing, and if we don't get that in that timing, we get frustrated and we think that things are not happening, when in reality things are happening. Right now I don't have a specific goal. Let's say next goal it's national championships, but these championships are on June or July, I don't remember quite well. So I have time, but my closest goal it is to focus on these little things that we sometimes don't pay attention, but that are really important for the performance. Well, if you also wanted to achieve something and you don't get it, let's start together, let's start again, and let's focus on every day. So yeah, enjoy this meal and enjoy the recipe. And if you're going to try the same recipe, the same meal, let me know in comments and write me if you like it or not. Bye. didn't record me eating on the meal because it was so tasty, and I just wasn't thinking about showing you that, guys. It has a really good flavor, and what I like about it is that it's really well balanced. So if you don't know what to eat and you want something really balanced, I think it's a really good option. So I recommend you to try. And if you try this recipe, please let me know in comments. I think sharing all this, it will help us together to grow. And well, finished. Bye.